Hello, beautiful friends. Welcome back to 365 Days of Love and Miracles with A Course in Miracles. My name is Arlene Geres, and I am so glad that you are here. Please remember to listen right until the very end because we have a special treat for you. And if you enjoyed today's video, please click like and subscribe down below because this helps others to find us on YouTube. Today's lesson is lesson number 61. I am the light of the world. Who are you, my friends? Take a look back at that journal page where you have been writing all of the things that say I am. There is nothing more important than the statement I am. I am the light of the world. When we believe that this is the truth of who we are, everything changes. Many of us were taught as children that we were bad, that we were wrong. I was told that I talked too much. I still love to talk. But today I can see that my love of talking allows me to share God's love with people all over the world. I am the light of the world. You are the light of the world. Be very careful, my friends, how you define yourself, because how we define ourselves is how we live our lives. I am the light of the world. You are the light of the world. Let's read today's lesson. I am the light of the world. Who is the light of the world except God's Son? This then is merely a statement of the truth about yourself. It is the opposite of a statement of pride, of arrogance, or of self-deception. It does not describe the self-concept you have made. It does not refer to any of the characteristics with which you have endowed your idols. It refers to you as you were created by God. It simply states the truth. I don't know about you, but when I was young, I was told often, don't get too full of yourself. Don't be prideful. Don't be boastful. And yet here God is telling us that we are the light of the world. This is not pride. This is not arrogance. We are not saying that we're better than anyone else. We are saying every single one of us is the light of the world. It is simply up to us whether we accept that as true for ourselves. Let's keep reading. To the ego, today's idea is the epitome of self-glorification. But the ego does not understand humility, mistaking it for self-debasement. Humility consists of accepting your role in salvation and taking no other. It is not humility to insist you cannot be the light of the world, if that is the function God assigned to you. It is only arrogance that would assert this function cannot be for you, and arrogance is always of the ego. Let's talk about it. A Course in Miracles takes the world of the ego and turns it upside down. The ego would tell us that's to go around saying, I am the light of the world, is arrogant, and yet the opposite is true. In the same vein, this paragraph is telling us that it is not humility to insist you cannot be the light of the world. This is pride in reverse, my friends. Any time that I deny that I am God's beautiful beloved child, that I deny that I have all of the gifts that God has given me, to deny that is arrogance, because we are denying God. We are denying that we are one with God and all of creation. We are saying, I'm okay over here being an individual, making my way in the world. I don't need God. We don't want to do that, my friends. Let's keep reading. True humility requires that you accept today's idea because it is God's voice which tells you it is true. This is a beginning step in accepting your real function on earth. It is a giant stride toward taking your rightful place in salvation. It is a positive assertion of your right to be saved and an acknowledgement of the power that is given you to save others. Let's talk about it. The Course has 10 giant strides throughout the lessons. This is what they call the first giant stride. We've all seen the movies of giants. I think my first one was Jack and the Beanstalk, and that was a scary giant. But we see in those movies the giant steps that a giant can take. We are given this power in today's lesson. When we accept this idea, we take a giant step forward in our spiritual growth. Are you ready to do that, my friends? Are you ready to accept that you are the light of the world? Let's keep reading. Let's keep reading. You will want to think about this idea as often as possible today. It is the perfect answer to all illusions and therefore to all temptation. It brings all the images you have made about yourself to the truth and helps you depart in peace, unburdened and certain of your purpose. Are you certain of your purpose, my friends? Are you unburdened of all the troubles and worries of the world? Are you able to accept fully and completely that you are the light of the world? This idea is the perfect answer to all illusions and therefore to all temptation. Every single time that we find ourselves off track today, let's come home to God by saying, I am the light of the world. Here's a little story for you. I was trying to do my video out front this morning, and my husband had gone across to the pool. Somebody phoned him. Now, my husband is quite deaf, and he doesn't realize that when he's talking, he's actually shouting. I often say to him, I didn't know that I was marrying an old man when I married you 30 years ago. I haven't gotten older, but he has. So I couldn't do my video there. I stopped what I was doing. I went and walked the dog. I came back, and he was finished. My ego self jumped in there, and I knew it was the wrong thing to do, but I did it anyways. I went and I said to him, I had to go and walk the dog because some crazy person was over here shouting into their phone. I came back in the house, I made the bed, and I said a prayer. Oh, this stuff hits me hard, my friends, brings tears to my eyes. And I realized that was not the right thing to do. I didn't need to do that. As you can see, I'm on the back patio. It's peaceful and quiet here, and everything is completely fine. So I went back across and I said to him, I'm really sorry. You have been nothing but supportive in helping me to do these videos, and that was the wrong thing for me to say. Gave him 3 kisses, not 1, but 3, and everything is grand. This is the gift of A Course in Miracles, my friends. It is the perfect answer. I am the light of the world. I forgot it for a moment. I said something unkind to my husband, but I can bring myself back there. This idea is the perfect answer to all illusions and therefore to all temptation. Let's keep reading. As many practice periods as possible should be undertaken today, although each one need not exceed a minute or 2. They should begin with telling yourself, I am the light of the world. That is my only function. That is why I am here. Then think about these statements for a short while, preferably with your eyes closed if the situation permits. Let a few related thoughts come to you and repeat the idea to yourself if your mind wanders away from the central thought. Be sure both to begin and end the day with a practice period. Thus you will awaken with an acknowledgement of the truth about yourself, reinforce it throughout the day, and turn to sleep as you reaffirm your function and your only purpose here. These 2 practice periods may be longer than the rest if you find them helpful and want to extend them. Today's idea goes far beyond the ego's petty views of what you are and what your purpose is. As a bringer of salvation, this is obviously necessary. This is the first of a number of giant steps we will take in the next few weeks. Try today to begin to build a firm foundation for these advances. You are the light of the world. God has built His plan for the salvation of His Son on you. Let's talk about it. We are reminded again that this is the first of a number of giant steps we are going to take in the next few weeks. The reason that it says, try today to begin to build a firm foundation for these advances. This is saying, try to the best of your ability to do the practice periods as is recommended. Let's talk about our practice periods. First thing in the morning, last thing just before we go to sleep. It is recommended that we read or listen to the entire lesson and then sit in silent meditation for as long as we wish. Rather than recommending an hourly practice period, this lesson is suggesting that we practice today's idea as often as possible. Now, that would ideally be more than every hour, as often as possible. And then we want to think about these statements for a short while, preferably with your eyes closed. If we have the time to sit in silent meditation and let whatever related thoughts come to us, keep this idea at the front of your mind. Write it down somewhere. Put it on sticky notes and put it all over your house, your car, your office, wherever you're going to spend time today. Let us remember this all day long. I am the light of the world. That is my only function. That is why I am here. And thanks so much for listening right until the end, my friends. If you enjoyed today's video, please share the love. Tell someone that you know about these videos. Encourage them to start with lesson 1 and only do 1 lesson a day. Are you ready for our special treat? I am the light of the world. Let your light shine for all the world to see, my friends. I love you.